Utah, you know, I went through Utah, but I did not camp there, but I went through it. So really, I've been there in my camper, but I haven't done North Dakota, and I have all these over here to do yet, which I don't know if I'm going to do those. And Alaska. Now, I've been to Hawaii, but honestly, there's no way I'm taking a camper over to Hawaii. So I'm taking credit for being in Hawaii without my camper. Well, I'm back, and I am in Wisconsin. Hey everybody, let's talk about Medicare. I really wish that you viewers would do your homework. Those of you who do not know what Medicare is not free. You pay for Medicare, and you've been paying for Medicare since the day you started working a job on the books and paying taxes. So your employer gives you a paycheck, and if you look at your paycheck, you will see that they take things, you have deductions. Look at your paycheck stub, people. Some people don't look at their paycheck stub because they get a direct deposit and they never look at their paycheck stub. So look at your paycheck stub. There's a thing called FICA, Social Security, Medicare, okay? So they take out federal income tax. Some places they take out state income tax, depending on where you live. They take out Social Security. They put that Social Security money into a Social Security account for you when you turn 62 or 66 or 70, whatever age after 62 you decide to collect. That's your money. That's not government money. You pay that in. You worked for that. You worked for 2 weeks or a month or whatever your paycheck is, and then they took that out of your money that you got, your $15 an hour or whatever, and now you really only made like $9 an hour because they took taxes out and you paid to Uncle Sam, and sometimes you'll get a refund at the end of the year. They took out Social Security so that you could get a check when you turn 62 or 66, whatever you choose, okay? And they took out a thing called Medicare. Yes, they put money into Medicare for you and for me. And that fund is ours. It doesn't belong to the government. That's our money. We worked for it. The government didn't work for it. We did. And they took it out of our paycheck. Please, get your paycheck stub and look at it. You're paying for Medicare. You're paying for your Social Security. This is not something that it's being given to you. It's not a federal fund that it's a freebie handout. I work for that money. And if I retire at 62, I'm going to get less money than if I stay working until I'm 66 or 65. But now I'm going to be 65, so guess what? I'm eligible for Medicare. And it's not going to deplete any fund, as one viewer said on Camo Day. It's not going to deplete the fund because people are still paying into it. Every person out there who is working a job that gives them a paycheck, that takes out taxes, is taking out Medicare. So it's a pyramid thing. They're going to keep putting money in. And the more people enter the workforce, legitimately, the more people are going to pay into Medicare. But you know what? You people out there that are cheating the system, that are working for cash, the biggest complainers, because when it comes time to collect their Social Securities, they want to know is, why is my check so little? Well, because you're not paying. You're working for cash underneath the table. And now you want a handout. You want the rest of us, hard-working slobs to pay your way. That don't work that way. But the government's trying to let it work that way. Pay your Social Security. So you get a check when you're 62 or 66. Pay. You could do it quarterly. If you're self-employed, you could do it quarterly. In October, and I get Medicare, I still have to pay for it. It's $134 a month. It's not free. We're not not depleting the fund. Medicare is not free. It's $134 a month out of your Social Security check. Yes. And that's just for major medical, hospitalization, and a doctor. That is not for prescriptions. If you want prescription coverage, you have to pay extra for that. In Illinois, it's $79 a month extra. Yeah. If you choose to take an Advantage plan, which is not a supplemental, it's just a plan that gives you a prescription coverage. And sometimes silver sneakers. Silver sneakers. That's how this all came up. Silver Sneakers is a membership to a health club. It's not free. Some lady that has, I forget her name, I'm sorry, I forgot your name, but you were talking about Silver Sneakers. It's not free. You're paying for it because you're paying $134 a month to Social Security, and maybe you've taken an Advantage plan, and that Advantage plan you might be paying a little extra, you might not. You may have an Advantage plan that you don't pay anything depending on what state you live in. But you're paying $134 a month. That's paying for your Silver Sneakers. It's not free. It comes with the program. If you're paying $134 a month for Social Security, out of your Social Security, you're paying for Silver Sneakers. It kills me when people say, well, it's free. Oh, yeah, I'm paying my Medicare. I'm paying, I chose this Advantage plan, and I'm getting a health club membership for free. No, you're not. You're paying for it. You're paying for it when you pay when that $134 comes out of your Social Security check. Plus, if you have to pay a little extra for that Advantage plan that you chose for your prescription coverage. It ain't free. Nothing's free. Nothing is free. That's my take on that. Now you know. Now you know. Look it up. There's a website, socialsecurity.com, SSI.gov, I think it is, or something like that. Look it up. Google it, Bing it, whatever. If you didn't know, now you know. Okay, here we go. Hi, everybody. Yes, I do not have my seatbelt on. You see? Because I am in pain and I cannot wear it across my waist. And it's all because of adult chicken pox. That's what I call them. So, let's talk about shingles. It's not just for senior citizens anymore. Because I know plenty of people who have gotten shingles who are in their 30s. I know people who had them when they were in their 20s. My son's father had them in his 20s, like 3 times. He had chickenpox 3 times, or 2 times. I know more than once. But then he had shingles. Shingles is the chickenpox virus, and now don't be getting nasty here. Yes, it is a herpes virus. Herpes zoster, I think it's called. And chickenpox is herpes zoster. People never used to say that before. They never used to say, well, chickenpox is herpes, because, whoever heard of a little kid, 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old running around with herpes. Well, we were. We were. And when we grew up, do you remember, you probably don't remember it. My son remembers, and believe it or not, my great nieces and nephews and my grandchildren, they're very careful when they use bathrooms. They put paper on the toilet. They don't drink out of drinking fountains. My mother, you would never let us drink out of a drinking fountain because you would get herpes. You could get herpes on your mouth. Yeah. the precautions that our parents took many years ago that today's generation doesn't even pay attention to. And then they wonder, gee, why are we all of a sudden having this outbreak? Well, it's because people are not being careful anymore. So, back to shingles. Shingles can come out at any time for a lot of different reasons. They can come out because of an illness. They can come out because you have a low immunity or an autoimmune deficiency, or autoimmune illness. It could be thyroid. It could be like Hashimoto's, which is what I have. It could be Crohn's disease. It could be rheumatoid arthritis. It could be any illness that is considered an autoimmune illness that you have a low immunity and you're more susceptible to getting sick. Right now, I have only like 3 little blisters. Call them blisters. I guess you call them blisters. I'll say 3 spots. I have 2 spots on my back, and I have 1 spot on my stomach. And the spot on my stomach is looks like 2 little bitty blemishes or pimples, 2 little bumps. And they're right, like twins, right next to each other. Just a itty bitty small part. Who would think that those little bitty marks would cause so much pain? So know your truth about shingles. It's got nothing to do with being dirty or not taking a bath or not taking a shower. It's about having the virus in your body, which can be triggered because you have a low immunity, or you have another illness, you become ill for some other reason, or because of stress. And I get a lot of stress. You'd think that being a cop would be a lot of, it was. Being a cop was very stressful. If I was on a homicide case for like 3 days at a time, or a week, because the first 48 hours are the most important, then you would think that stress would have caused me to have issues. Well, it probably did, but not shingles. Yeah. But what kind of stress do I have traveling around? Being free. I'll tell you what kind of stress. My stress is that I was trying to get so much done and with my apartment. But the other stress is because I had to go over bridges and I had to drive in the mountains. Yeah. Those things are stressful. All these stressful incidences that are happening to me in my life right now triggered this breakout. It wasn't anything I did. It's just me. I was stressed. So now I'm on my way home and I can't wear my seatbelt anymore. So I did stay at Walmart 2 nights in a row in Minnesota. And I went to the Mayo Clinic. What a better place to go but to the Mayo Clinic, right? To get diagnosed and get taken care of. Because they're like the gurus of medicine. And I had this great physician assistant. And she was just awesome. So the new vaccine, which is 2 shots, 142 people have died. Yes. There have been over 1,000. I think it's 1,033. I'd have to get the article to give you, but over 1,000 people who have been hospitalized. At that time, in August, over 1,000 people had been hospitalized for very serious reactions or complications caused by the shot. By the shingle shot. Yep. And 766 people were now inflicted with a disability incurred believed to be incurred because of that vaccination. Whether it be they were paralyzed, or I don't know what, or blinded, or I don't know. Don't quote me about what the disability is, but there is a disability. They now have a disability because of, some people have had strokes after having the shot. You'd have to research, do your own research, do your homework. Just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's true. Just because you see it on Facebook doesn't mean it's true. Do your research. This information I received and I found is from the National Vaccine Information Center. NVIC.org, I believe, is the website. So, maybe. There are lawsuits pending today. I think there was like 60 lawsuits. Look it closely. These suckers are huge. I know. I mean, you can choke on these. I gotta take them 3 times a day. So you should always like have a reference. And let's see if I have a reference. Okay. They're the size of a quarter. Oh my God. Look at that. They're the same, but not round, but same size as a quarter up and down. So that's a reference for you to see. Yes. So I saved $190 by looking for a coupon. Yeah. Other than that, I'm a pretty healthy person. Do you know, I don't even use my right now, my healthcare plan is Liberty Health Share. It's a Christian healthcare program. And I only pay $250 a month for my health insurance, this health care program. It's not insurance, it's a health care program. And it's great for nomads. I'm having a zebra cake. Yep. Well, I'm getting back on the road to get home to the Illinois area. I slept better last night. Although I was in a lot of pain, but it's amazing that a little or 2 little blisters could cause so much pain. But it does. I mean, when I compare this to the pain of passing kidney stone. So if you've ever passed a kidney stone, it hurts to walk. It hurts for anything to touch my skin. And the last time I had shingles, a year and a half ago, it didn't hurt this bad. Of course, it was on my back. This is on my stomach and on my back. And it hurts so bad. This coffee's too hot. I'll have to wait. Anyway. So, thank you for all your well wishes. We're going to get on the road, Danny and I. Sometimes when you're not feeling good, you need to spoil yourself. Let's go. Let's get on the road. If I see something, I'll say something. It's calmed down here in Wisconsin at the Ho-Chuck Casino parking lot, but it's still lightning and thundering. But boy, was it coming down. I gotta see if I get my batteries. I can't turn my generator on because it's pouring rain out there, on and off. I don't know, it seems like the rain and the thunder and the lightning follows me everywhere I go. I gotta go start my car. Charge my battery on my camper. Be back. So I don't know what it is about me and storms lately. And I don't know if you could see it. You probably can't see it, but my trailer is rocking. I'm in Wisconsin. Let's see if I can get this screen open. Because there's no rain coming in this way. Check this out. Man, it's coming down like crazy. Oh, that was lightning. And I'm parked in the casino parking lot. I was in the casino. I went over there. It was so hot here that I had to go get cooled off, and it started storming, and nobody would give me a ride back to my camper. But I came back. The rain is not cold. It felt actually kind of good. But boy, is it coming down like crazy. You can hear the thunder. Oh. Started to come in. Poor Danny. I'm soaked. You hear it? It's coming down like crazy. Whoa! Whoa! It's really coming down.